Hello, music lovers! Welcome to the Squiggle Spin,
Squiggly.
brought to you by Rock the Alphabet here on MM Radio.
That's it.
Coming to you each Friday at 12 p.m. U.S. Central Time, 6 p.m. in the UK, and 7 p.m. in the EU.
Oh, it's like inside. I know your real name. I know your real name. Most people don't know your real name.
Bringing to you the best from our featured indie artists, their featured songs, and now, for this season, interviews with your favorite indie bands.
I'm glad you asked that question.
And where can you find this?
Oh, that's easy.
It's right here on the Squiggle Spin.
Music brings people together.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy, because you're into the spin. And now, your featured song.
Hello, travelers. You are listening to The Squiggle Spin with Squirrely Myers, brought to you by Rock the Alphabet.
Hello, music lovers, and welcome to a special edition of the Squiggle Spin. Today's featured artist is TetraSphere and their long-awaited album, Fourth World Part 1. So, what do you say we dive into the nucleus of a progressive metal masterpiece? You know, at first glance, you would be drawn in by radio-friendly rockers such as Lost in Translation and their acoustic number, Brothers. However, there are some other gems on this album. After several days of immersing myself, I was intrigued by the storyline. You see, the Fourth World deals with a concept that was conceived by Albert Einstein himself. His theory of relativity postulates that there are an infinite number of realities in the universe. He theorized that every possible outcome has and does exist. So our universe is a part of the multiverse. It is to say that in the vastness of existence, there is a universe where I became a neurosurgeon and you possibly became a district attorney. So, in theory, there is an infinite amount of dimensions beyond our own. Yes, even a fourth dimension, or as TetraSphere defines it, a fourth world. Now, this concept album is the chronicle of four adventurers who broke into the fourth world and of the journey that this becomes. Though this album is merely a glimpse into this epic sci-fi novel, and it serves as the soundtrack of this tale that is anxiously waiting to be told. Each song hints at a chapter in this tale of wonder, done in the style of epic narratives such as Lord of the Rings, The Never-Ending Story, and many a manga tale told. For me, music lovers, each song is a title track that moves the story along and gets you hooked from the beginning. Musically, this opus is an homage to the great composers of old, great musical storytellers such as Vivaldi, Tchaikovsky, and Bach, all the way to our contemporary counterparts of Dream Theater, Iron Maiden, and Rush. In my opinion, music lovers, I believe that this carefully crafted concept album is one for the ages, and one that awakens the mind to the possibilities. This is really one of those albums that you have to listen to over and over again. I mean, every time I listen to it, I discover new sonic curiosities. Now, these gems of sound are provided by the power duo of Elliott and Phillips, who expertly wield their guitars like samurais, weaving a tapestry of sound that is both vibrant and intriguing, while the formidable contributions by bassist Graham and drummer Morgenstern set themselves apart as the architects of this epic foundation. And you know, music lovers, I believe that these musical sages have only just begun. Then there's the narrator of this epic tale, and I mean, of course, the powerhouse vocalist Hyder, who tells this tale with the finesse of a minstrel of old. Just as Orson Welles had a nation believing that we were under siege from extraterrestrials, Hyder's sincerity in delivering this narrative will have you captivated in every song. Speaking of captivating, there are many songs on Fourth World that have the power to leave you mesmerized. One song in particular is Dark Codex. This song's magic comes in many aspects, starting with a guitar hook that reels you in from its emergence. With a metal godlike crunch, this song takes no prisoners. The rhythmic machine guns its way across the landscape, with Morgenstern's tank-like pace and use of every trick in the book, in calculated portions, of course. This, coupled with Graham's thunderous pile-driving bass lines, give the soundscape a wide stance. The overall tone in this song remind me a lot of Dream Theater and Steve Vai, respectively. Thinking back on Dream Theater's A Change of Seasons and Steve Vai's Passion and Warfare. Then Hyder's punching vocals give the band all the earmarks of legends. Recorded in full panoramic sequence, a surprising approach indeed. Making full use of the stereo spectrum gives the song a surround sound aspect. Listen carefully, and I'm sure you'll agree. Personally, I would love to listen to this album recorded in quadraphonic sound. Now, this song alone is merely a piece of the full compilation. Alone, it stands as a great piece of musical work. Nevertheless, it is part of a grand portrait. Music lovers, it is my strong opinion that this whole album is a candidate for cult classic status. And the excitement just grows from there, music lovers, as the album title, Fourth World Part 1, hints at more to come. My final word is this, music lovers. TetraSphere, my hat is off on this exceptional contribution to the music world. I look forward with anticipation on what comes next. So, music lovers, do yourself a favor. Don't just take my word for it. Go listen to TetraSphere's Fourth World Part 1. You can thank me later. Well, music lovers, that's it for this episode of the Squiggle Spin. Join us again next week when we will be reviewing another featured song by another featured indie artist. This is Squiggly Myers reminding you, life is short, my friends. Don't forget to turn up the music. Now let's listen to Dark Codex by TetraSphere here on the station where it's always tasty, MM Radio.